All right,
Welcome back, heroes.
Oh.
Man, what a great first half.
Yes, that was awesome. That was very, very good. Thank you, everyone.
I ran over and got some pizza and also seen that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a great first half.
Oh, did they? Yeah,
21-10 against the Packers. Yeah.
Not bad. Not
Go
bad.
Brady. Yeah.
Oh. All right, so we're going to start off with 2 D&D books first for you guys.
Are there people in the...
Yeah, we've got 20 people in here.
Wow.
So
Thanks for coming back.
Appreciate it. Didn't really lose anyone over this. So first up is the Penny Arcade book. This is Acquisitions Incorporated. So this is a module with some original content in it, coincided with the development of the Penny Arcade team and Wizards of the Coast for D&D. So it features like all of Penny Arcade's illustrations and stuff. If you're familiar, they had a webcomic, was how they got famous. They turned it into conventions and such, and their own games and whatnot. So
yep.
MTG is coming up after this video game and collectibles section, which we only have like 15 items.
Yeah,
it's very
it's short.
We will have a small break after the video games, however, to set up for the Magic section as well. So
yeah, again, we talk about how hard it's supposed to put together. We do have about 2,000 video games, disc video games, and several hundred cartridge games. We didn't put them in this auction because it already was so long.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in those, keep an eye out on our through our shop now on our eBay. They'll be going up there. If you're interested in a particular video game, just give us a shout. We'll go through our mountain of stuff.
And looks like we got no bids on this. We'll probably move to the next item then.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Did we already announce? It's $35.
Yeah,
This is a great book.
Starting. This is an amazing book.
If you play Dungeons and Dragons, this is a great module to run. I was off talking about
resources.
Yeah, it's got tons of its own content as well. You know, there's new race in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know?
This has got a new race in it. Oh wow.
Yeah, I believe it's
From the guys over at Penny Arcade.
Yep.
Really famous webcomic.
Yep, I explained all that already.
All right. Well, we'll just move on. Maybe the D&D folks aren't around.
Next up, we got the newest D&D book as well. So
This
maybe
book
this one will get people.
This book was on fire.
There are what, Doug? 24 new subclasses?
Yeah, something like that.
If you play D&D, this is a must-have book.
Yeah, so it's the newest release from Wizards of the Coast. There are tons and tons of new subclasses.
There's new rules for starting
Yes.
your character so that your character can have ability increases from anything. Because
Yes.
not all dwarves are tough and not all elves are nimble.
So you can change how your ability scores are assigned. You know, previously it was like you get +2 dex, 1 int if you're like a wood elf, whatever. It's probably not correct, but you know, nowadays you can assign them how you want, those 3 stat points, so you could put, you know, all 3 into strength if you wanted.
I mean, the art is so
got
much
a
better.
35 bit on it.
Fantastic. So when I was a kid, I was a big D&D nerd, and I read these books back to front, and the art was never as great as the art that's in these books. Just they really have outdone themselves on the art.
Yeah, this book is just
Every
keeps
page has
getting
got
better.
some art on it.
Really cool spells, really cool magic items.
Yes.
If you're a DM, there's a really good section in there about Session 0, which will set you up for the best D&D game of your life. If you've never done a Session 0 before, you could run the same exact module 2 times in a row. If you have a Session 0 in the second one, it'll go significantly better.
Yeah, it usually gets people more invested, you know, adds the players in, helps them get used to everyone before you actually start playing.
Our first round of this, we bought a lot because and sold right out.
Yeah, it was almost
15
instant.
15 minutes, like we sold out, and we don't buy like 10 of any D&D book. We bought 10 of these, sold out. This is what's one of the ones on our second order.
Yes, yeah, and it looks like bidding is closed, so DCF takes it for 35.
Congrats, that's great.
Thank
Great
you
buy.
very much. Up next, we got the Sega Dreamcast.
Well, we had one up yesterday, didn't go,
But
but
got some new people in here,
some
so
new
figure
people on.
Show it again, why not?
This is an excellent system. We couldn't say enough about it, right?
Oh. And we got all the wires for it. Oh. Welcome back, Ryan. Then you also get your memory card with the Dreamcast. You know, it acts as an alternative screen to some games, shows you a lot of things, in-game menus, status displays, and whatnot. Has, you know, buttons on it to actually do things. You can interact with it as well. It's
I think
really neat
there's
for a memory
certain
card.
games. There's actually a mini game that you play on it.
Yes, quite a few of them. Yeah.
Now, can anybody tell me when you played a sports game, when you picked your play, did it show up here instead of on the screen? I thought somebody was telling me that you could pick your play through this mini screen, and then your opponent couldn't see which play you were picking.
Oh, that's kind of smart. That's a good way to do it if you're doing, you know, split screen co-op or whatever.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm not sure if that's true, but I thought that's one of the options it had. But
yeah, it's basically a Tamagotchi.
one of my favorite games, Southern Cross, was a really hard, really hard game, but one of my favorite games. Basically,
Seventh Cross.
Seventh Cross?
You're talking about the early version of Spore, right? Where you start off as like
Yeah, a fish.
Yeah, you start off as a fish.
Oh,
and
that
you have
sounds
to, like,
amazing.
use plankton to get like arms and legs and get out of the
Yep,
water.
and then you
It's
moved
like
out of the water. It
really-
was like Spore, but super early. I thought it was Southern Cross. Okay,
Seventh Cross.
Seventh Cross.
Interesting.
I think it was female.
It was a very cool book. A very cool game. That book. Very cool. So $30.
Yeah, it's a steal
on-
for a Dreamcast, man.
Yeah, an iconic game system. If you're collecting them,
You know, still not. The games aren't the hardest to come by. They're getting pretty rare, but
You can get every game on. You can download every game.
you could, yes. And
Yeah.
many more that weren't licensed and such. There's tons of fan games.
and they're still putting out games, right? There's some independent
Man, we got
companies.
a
still putting
$30
games.
bid on it.
Fantastic.
Now they remember for the Chow Garden on Sonic. Yeah, that's fair.
So we're going to give it a little bit of time to let everybody take another look at it.
Yeah,
We have a
$40.
$30 bit.
Yep.
Let's sit here for the 35 seconds remaining. If anyone else wants to get in on this, $31 for a Genesis and it could be yours. Or Dreamcast, sorry. Was looking at my list reading. Got about 20 seconds left for y'all. If anyone else wants to get in on the Dreamcast, $30 bid.
You guys hear any rustling and crunching? Don't mind it.
I'm eating ASMR. Just gonna wait for the delay to catch up a little bit, but it looks like we are sold for $30 to Amir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, what do you think I'd choose as a snack when I'm on camera and have mic'd up? Crackers.
Smart. It works. Got it. That. We need... Getting more current here. Bouncing around a little bit with our systems. We have an Xbox One S 500 gigabyte edition. So this is the Xbox One S, not the One X or the Series X.
Double check the size on there. Let's see it.
Yeah, I looked at the model for this
Oh,
one
okay.
before when we
You
were
already did.
digging it out.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's a
500 gigabyte. Yeah, 500 gigabyte Xbox One S.
Starting off at 150. We do not have a PS5. Nobody has a PS5.
PS5s don't have PS5s.
Yeah. So there's still a great deal on an Xbox One S, you know. You can still play just any game that's out.
The S's regularly sell for $220.
Yeah, regularly sell for about $220, you know. They have this new gen of systems out, but there's no new gen of games, so there's no point in getting them. You can still play everything that is out on your Xbox One S.
A lot of downloadable material. You can go online with it.
Yep, you have Netflix, you know, any of your video apps you want, Disney Plus, all that kind of stuff.
I think you can get the HBO Max too.
Yep, it has HBO Max, you got Spotify, you know, Xbox got a lot of stuff on it.
For our comics fans out there, if DC Universe, they moved all the programs from it, but the comic books you can read.
Yes.
$4.99 a month. I think it's unlimited.
Yes, I believe so, yeah. And you know, that DC Universe app, it's on the Xbox. And bidding is Closed.
Closed.
Looks
No
like nobody
interest.
wanted it.
It's okay.
Next up, jumping all over our generations, we have one of the most well-regarded systems ever. This is the Midnight Blue N64. This is starting off at $100.
Yeah, so if you saw, we had listed this as Atomic Purple. That's because I'm old, but mostly because I'm colorblind. I had that since I was young. I couldn't tell whether it was blue or purple when I looked at it, so.
And now with the light on it, it's just gonna make it seem worse for you.
Yeah.
It's very blue now.
It looks purple to me out of the light. In the light, it looks blue.
It is translucent, as you can see. You can see through it with the light.
Yes.
If this was the Japanese version, it'd be $300.
Yeah, so all of these see-through N64s now, you got a $100 bid on it. Almost all of them are retailing around like $160, $180. The see-through N64s are starting to get very, very expensive.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people, it's sadly softer plastic, I want to say, than like the gray model. So they can crack and break so easily.
Easily, yeah.
Believe it or not, the see-through ones have a little bit better integrity than the harder ones because that harder plastic gets brittle faster.
That kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, so like this holds up better to like temperature and time.
Just straight up closed, aren't you?
Yeah. That was weird. Both of them did it too, my phone and the tablet at the same time.
Facebook may have just reset it.
Maybe. That was odd. We're still here, right? 21 people? Yeah. You're still in the stream fine? That was so odd.
Both my phone and laptop are good.
Huh. So, 15 seconds left. We have a $100 bid, so if anyone else wants to get in on this, $101 for the Midnight Blue N64. And now, while we're not auctioning off games, we do have games available for the N64 after you pick it up if you'd like some. And wait a little bit for chat to catch up.
We have a very collectible system coming up next.
Yes. And it looks like we're sold to Christian for 100.
Congratulations, that's a good buy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see.
Is that going to be the indigo?
Oh no, GC.
What color is it?
The GameCube, yeah.
It is silver. But the reason why this GameCube is special and going for, what do we have it up at? $200 here. This is, if you notice on the bottom, the GameCube with the CD player and the disc.
That was featured in an episode.
Yes, this was on a YouTube episode. You could go back and find it.
OEM GameCube controller.
OEM GameCube controller.
Power supply and wires. So this is the full silver GameCube with the Game Boy player and disc to use the Game Boy player with Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot is what we tested it with, all up and running.
We got a $200 bid on it.
Yeah, that disc alone is a $160 disc.
Yeah, the Game Boy player disc is insanely expensive, and sadly you need it to run the player.
You know.
Having the player without it, pretty useless.
Kind of surprised no one bought it. It worked.
Right? It's crazy. Or like make a bootleg version of the disc.
Well, how common are those discs is the question. Isn't that like a Nintendo thing?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
How they made those discs? They were writable. We had a MP3 player for a little while that ran off of mini discs like that. Very strange.
That's wild. Huh.
Kidding, but they just outside of that.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah,
that's
if you're a
wild.
collector, this is a must-have in your collection. If you're collecting video games, and throughout history, having the Game Boy and the disc, you got to have it, or your collection's not even close to complete.
Yeah. Unless you want a homebrew, then you can make your own bootleg disc, apparently. Interesting.
This GameCube though too was like good luck finding games
Yeah.
because everybody holds on to them.
GameCube games are
Fantastically
Yes.
fun.
They were the first of our selection to get bought out.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, GameCube games always go fast. Such a small print run in series for a
They
system.
also still played on the Wii, right?
Yeah, yep. GameCube games can be played on the Wii as well, so that's what made it great.
And then the controllers The controllers got completely bought up from like find an OEM controller, go out.
Yeah.
You know, the base thing, just the GameCube itself sells for little or nothing. You add a controller, the controllers go for $40 to $50 alone.
Smash players.
Yeah.
Especially salty ones.
Yeah, ones who like the controller spike. That's the best.
All OEM parts.
And it looks like bidding is closed. Sold the DCF for $200.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you
a
very much,
fantastic buy, man.
Melee, baby.
Yeah, that's a great buy.
At least I know you'll use it more than for just melee, Dan. Now we're going back in time some more. This is going to be our last system up for auction. One of my personal favorites, beautiful Sega Genesis. But not just any Genesis. If you like the idea of GameCube playing cartridges when it was a disc thing, here's a cartridge system that can play discs. It's a Sega CD.
Yeah. Sega CD and Genesis 3.
Yes.
Gen 2. sorry.
Yes, that's a Genesis Gen 2, sorry, yeah. So, we've
All
got
the parts.
all of your parts, RF switch, AV cables, power supply, and a controller.
And if you're interested in systems, just give us a shout. We don't have any PS3s right now, and we don't have any PS5s or the new Xbox.
I think we're out of PlayStations completely.
I think
PlayStation-
we have PS1s.
We have PS1s, and I really think we could look around and have PS2s because we probably had 40 of them at one point.
So, Sega CD combo starting off at $150 for the opening bid. $150.
One of the reasons why it's so high is look how clean this system is.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a beautiful copy. Yeah.
this works.
And it works,
yeah.
yes, very well.
This was probably owned by an adult. This was not a kid system. It is just too pristine. There's a little bit of scuffing on the plastic, but for the most part, there's no food, which is a lot of times what you find with
Yes.
kid systems.
Especially in like the vents and such. I mean,
Yeah. You know, this is a great innovation in the steps. If you're going along and you're collecting systems in steps, this is a huge innovation where you put, you bought the Sega CD system and your Genesis hooked right into it.
We've got 30 seconds left.
About 30
if
seconds
anyone else
left.
wants to get in on the Sega CD.
Cheese doodle bits. Yeah?
That's gross. Doug actually despises cheese doodles. Just gonna wait for the delay to catch up a little bit, but it looks like we will be keeping our Sega CD. That's fine by me. All I need for this is a box, and it's a $500 system.
Yeah.
Goes from 200 to 500 real quick if you get a box.
And we have a regular Sega box, so it does come through the door.
Moving on.
One of my favorite people are clean out people. People that do clean outs. They come and sell me stuff all the time. I think there was another controller in there.
There's another power supply.
power.
Yeah. I didn't realize we had two of these different spots. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
We only had
the one per. Yeah, so and that already went. So moving past the next Tasha's, we're gonna move into. We got 4 Funko Pops coming up, and then a statue, then a quick break and magic. So we've got Vegeta.
Oh yeah, all the Dragon Ball fans.
Dragon Ball Z, baby. $5 opening bid. It is pop number 614 for the DBZ series. Oh, I don't think actually, but yeah. And it's Vegeta. Who doesn't love Vegeta? What do you mean? She's his sugar mama.
That's true.
All he does is beat people up and like wear a pink shirt.
He's
Better dad than Goku.
Yeah, that's true. He is a better dad than Goku. That is true. I mean, it doesn't take much to be a better dad than Goku. Yeah.
Piccolo's best dad.
$5 for the Vegito. Looking for 6. Looking for 6. Anyone else want to take this Vegeta home? You know, Vegeta recently had his moment this past year where he was stronger than Goku for a while, so good time to get your Vegeta pop. Only took him like 20 years or so, but it happened. All he does is brood and train. Pretty much. Got about 20 seconds left if anyone else wants to get in on the bid. Piccolo was the best father in the show. Yeah, probably. We're just going to wait for the delay to catch up now, but looks like we'll be sold. And yep, $5 to Ryan. Thank you very much. We have so many Ryans here. God. We have a third Ryan that's lost something today.
We need to find more Ryans.
We were talking about him yesterday in chat. There's Arseface from Preacher. $5 opening bid.
Great character, really inspirational. Like, it's funny how the character starts out and how he ends up.
Yeah, huge shift throughout the series.
Yeah. He becomes the greatest rock and roll star of his time.
Why would you put your Underground C in your work and or lunch bag? Why is that a comment? Why would you do that?
Do you see who commented it?
Yeah!
You know it was a Supreme lunch bag. And it was just holding spaghetti, just loose spaghetti.
Oh no, that poor Underground C. Alright, anyways, Arseface, $5! Come on, who doesn't want this adorable little Arseface?
Whose mouth looks like a butthole.
So that's why they call him Arseface.
His hair blonde and he looks just like President 45.
Looks like, sadly, the bidding is closed. Nobody wanted Arseface.
Nobody wanted the Arseface.
Alright, fine.
No Preacher fans still in the...
Two.
Right. Venomized Storm. So this is Mohawk Storm.
Oh, it is Mohawk Storm.
Yeah.
Best Storm.
Does the Mohawk affect his power?
As Venom.
Storm bonded with the Venom suit. Nice.
Gonna start this out at $5.
Yep, $5 opening bid on the Venomized Storm here. It's a beautiful Funko Pop, I think, actually. Like, I don't collect Funkos, but the Venom line almost got me, too. They're all so cool looking. So we're looking for $5. Got 25 seconds left to bid here. Venomized Storm. You guys have any of the movie lines?
Funny you
Pops
say
left?
that. I think the very next one is from the movie line.
No.
Wasn't the last one?
No. Yeah. Do we have one?
We
Do you want
probably
to grab that
I'll
instead?
take one.
I think we do have them in the Avengers outfits.
The things I do for love!
Walk across.
So let's close this out, right?
Yep, moving on from the Venomized Storm.
We'll do the
Do the last one real quick here and then see if we
So-
got any more of the movies ones.
for Dungeons and Dragons fans.
This one is awesome.
The Mind Flare.
Your Cthulhu boys, Tentacle boys. And this one is awesome, you know, if you're a fan of the Dungeons and Dragons games. Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out sometime later this year. and mind flayers are very prominent in them. You are infected by a mind flayer and slowly in the process of turning into one. They implant a little tadpole in your head, and you slowly turn into them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how they.
It's awful too. They put it in your eye.
Right.
It's like a little leech with just razors of teeth and circles, and it just burrows into your head.
It's how
And
they.
then it links you to the hive
procreate.
mind. Yep. It's the only way to make a new mind flayer.
$5. Very cool figure.
And all that for $5.
Yeah.
That's right. Mind flayers are very much a ripoff of Cthulhu's.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. We got a $5 bid for it. So if anyone else wants mind flayers, $6 we're looking for. Some of the most iconic D&D characters there are. Usually always villains.
I would say yeah. Definitely.
There's no ethical way to use mind control.
Fair. We got $6 on it.
So says Batman. That was a big thing in DC when they had Dr. Light. They had wiped Dr. Light's memory, and when Batman found out, I think they did something to Batman's memory or something. It was
Batman found out they wiped his memory, so he created Brother Eye.
right.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Infected half the world's population with OMAC virus.
I'd be a villain too if I looked like that. What do you mean? It's like an octopus. It's amazing.
These are all of our movie pops.
Okay. Is there MCU movie pops?
Is that what he was asking?
Yeah, I think so.
The movies line does not include the MCU pops.
Okay. Yeah, then maybe I was wrong.
I have pops from.
Ryan Stone, which movie line did you mean? Did you mean MCU or the actual, like, film stars types of people, like
$7.
Marilyn Monroe, etc.?
We're up to $7.
$7.
On the Mind Flayer.
Well, I've got Hansel from Zoolander, and then pops from Trolls World Tour, Ready Player One, and Bright.
$8. Pop movies. Okay.
Yes, I have 7 pops from that series.
Yes, we have 7 pops from that series.
You just want to, like, DM him about that? Since it's not part of the
Message
auction?
me first.
Okay, yeah, Ryan, message Doug. Thank you. Got 10 seconds left. Anyone else wants to get a bid in on the Mind Flyer? It is up to $8 currently.
The other thing, like, if you saw a lot of pops, they usually don't have a lot of detail. The Mind Flayer has a lot of detail.
Yeah, all the gnarly bumps and
And his
wrinkles.
cape.
And bidding is closed. $8 to Mike Matarazzo. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
And then we've got one last thing in the collectibles to show you here.
Batman statue. It's big.
Yeah. It's an awesome, awesome, awesome Batman statue. This is pretty thick Batman.
pretty thick Batman.
Them thighs some tree trunks. He could definitely smash a watermelon with them.
Big uses the big thighs, crush crab.
I mean, that's a leg lock I'd never want to get into. No thanks. And we're starting it off at $25. Opening bid on our Batman statue.
This is a numbered limited edition. This is the 20 years, 1998 to 2018. Forgot where I put that.
It's a 9-inch statue out of the box. What are you looking for?
Well, it's actually
Oh, it's
measures
actually more.
10.77 inches high.
Under promise, over deliver.
DC Core. Here it says.
Direct from the source.
No, here,
Numbered
numbered
limited
limited edition. I don't know what it's numbered to. There isn't a number on it. It probably will be on the inside.
Yeah, probably on the base of the statue.
on the back, probably, where I
Yeah.
can't see. But this is normally $75 statue.
For
Starting out at $25.
third of the price for this awesome Batman statue.
It's Batman running, throwing a batarang. It's very cool.
Almost 11 inches tall. Yep, bidding is closed.
No interest. Okay.
Nobody for the statue. Alrighty.
Quick break and we'll go right into Magic.
Yeah, just give us like a couple more minutes. Sorry about to go to a break so quickly after coming back, but we got to set up for the Magic section real quick and get everything over here. So we'll be back shortly. Follow us on the social medias. 15% off the store credit. Share this. We're going to be doing Magic, so share this to all of your Magic friends. We know there's a lot of you.
Yeah. We know it's competition for you, but it's also pay the bills for the store.
Yeah, otherwise we can't do stuff like this.
And maybe they'll buy something that you don't want.
Exactly. Or you guys can work together to buy stuff. Who knows? I don't care.
Split loose.
Yeah. Alright, so shoot us over. We'll be back. See you shortly.